Serenity, is your leg doing alright?
Oh, hi, Dad.
I heard that you took a fall down the stairs at school today.
Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention and slipped down the whole flight of them. But besides a couple bangs and bruises, the only real damage was a slight sprain in my left ankle. It's bad enough where I'm being sent home for the day, but it's not that bad, so you don't have to worry about it.
I see. Must be bad enough, though, if you're being sent home.
Well, I only have one period left, so instead of staying at school barely able to walk, they said it's better I go home and rest. That last period is gym as well, so there's really no point in me going if I'm not able to move much.
Well, at least it's not too painful for you right now. By the way, I haven't been able to get in touch with your mum at all today.
Oh, I see. Same with myself. Someone from the school office tried to give her a call as well, telling her about what happened, but she didn't pick up. They gave her office a call as well, but they said she wasn't at work right now.
What is she up to right now, then?
The person from her work said that she might be driving right now, and that's why she hasn't been able to answer.
Ah, that might be the case. But it's been a little bit now, and she still hasn't gotten back to me. Also, sorry about me not being able to call back right away.
Don't worry about it. At least you're texting me now about this. Did you make it over to Minnesota then for your business trip? I'd assume so because you're able to text with me now. Well, anyway, luckily the school got a hold of Grandma and she's on her way with the car right now to get me.
Oh, is that right? She did say to me last week that today she'd have the day off.
Well, since she's on her way, I'll be fine.
Sounds good. I'll make sure to come back from this trip soon, so don't get too crazy with that ankle of yours.
All right. Have a fun time over there.
Hey, thank you.
Dad, I'm in trouble. I need help right now.
What's going on, Serenity? Don't tell me you fell on that ankle again. I really hope that nurse didn't mess up and it's actually broken or something.
No, this isn't about my leg. I just got home a second ago and limped up to the door to unlock it, but for some reason it was already open. I thought that maybe I forgot to lock the door before going to school today, so I just let myself in. But right as I walked through the front door, a man I have never seen before came at me from the toilet.
Huh?
The moment he saw me, he started to scream at me, saying to not come into other people's houses like that. And then he pushed me outside and slammed the door before locking it on me.
Don't tell me you accidentally went to the wrong house.
I didn't, Dad. This is our house. I know it. Grandma was the one to drop me off here as well, so there's no way this is the wrong house.
That's true. What the heck is going on there, then?
I don't think I should be saying something like this to you, Dad.
What do you have to say?
There's a car with the company's name that Mom works for written on it parked in front of the house on the road.
What? So, her company car, then?
Yeah. I also saw a woman that looked like Mom in her suit running for it out of the back. I'm not sure it was her, though, or not, because she ran past so quickly that I couldn't see her face. And then she got into that company car.
I see. So, that is her company's car, then?
I'm not sure I should think this about her, but...
I know, Serenity. I know.
Right now things are too crazy and scary here, so I'm going to stay at Grandma's house. I'm not sure who that was in the house or what he will do, so I'm just going to stay away from here.
Alright, please go and stay with her then. I don't want you getting any more hurt than you already are. I'm going to try giving your mum one more call, and if she doesn't answer, I might have to call the police. Until I say it's okay for you to go back to the house, stay with your grandma.
Alright, I'm sorry for texting you like this while you're working.
Don't worry about that. This is an emergency, so I'm glad you told me about it. Please go to your grandma's and relax now. Emily, where are you right now?
I'm out on my break right now. And what's going on with you, Sam? What about your work?
I'm already in Minnesota now, and have some time on my hands to talk.
What?
And all those calls you got from me were about how Serenity sprained her ankle at school today. She got the rest of the day off, and her school and I were trying to reach you about it.
She got the rest of the day off?
She only had one period left, and I think it was gym class or something, so they just sent her home.
Ah, I see. Well, the reason I wasn't able to answer it all is because I've been on the road. So that must mean that Serenity will be getting home really soon here, right?
No, my mum will be taking care of her today. She was the first person to pick up the call from the school, so she went in to pick Serenity up. She took Serenity back home with her, and that's where she's staying at the moment.
Ah, I see. I didn't know that happened.
Anyway, until either myself or you get home, my mum will be looking after her and her sprained ankle.
Well, that's good to hear that she's doing all of that for Serenity.
Now, I'm getting back to work.
I have to get back to work as well here, so I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Hey, Dad? You're a bit worried about Mom now, aren't you?
What?
Sorry for talking about this so suddenly. I'm having lunch right now, so I thought I'd text you about this.
Well, I'm on my lunch as well right now, so we can talk if you want. Why would you ask me something like that?
Well, this is the follow-up to what happened the day I got home from school early. I told you about how Mom's company car was parked by the house and how I saw who I thought was her running to it, right?
Well, yeah.
You don't have to hide how you feel about this, Dad. We both know what's going on with her now. Remember how Mom would always go on about how she never had her own company car and always had to share? Well, I think she came to the house that day with the man that kicked me out, and that's why the car was parked outside. She probably never told that man about how she had a daughter in high school or something, and that's why things ended up the way they did that afternoon.
Serenity.
Dad, when I came home from school that day, I walked into Mom having an affair.
You don't have to tell me that.
Dad?
I'm sorry that you had to witness something like that from your own mother. Just leave the rest of this to me, please.
Okay then. Well, that's all I'll say. I'm going with you, Dad, wherever you go, okay?
Serenity. Right now, I'm in the middle of collecting evidence of your mum cheating on me. But when the time comes, I'll let you know what I plan to do, and what'll happen after that. I'm sorry, but can you just keep quiet about all of this for a little longer?
All right. I'll be fine, Dad.
I'm sorry to ask you that, but thank you. Emily, where are you right now?
I'm on my break right now. What do you need?
This isn't anything we need to talk about right now if you're busy.
Is that right? Well, then I'm sorry to say this, but I'm getting back to work right now, so we can talk later on.
I see. You must be really busy there then. Busy with that man you brought over to the house and all. Well, I'm sorry to say, but I just sold the house, so hurry up and leave there, please.
What? You sold the house? What are you going on about? Also, what man? Right now I'm on my break at work, Sam.
I know, Emily. You're on your break from work right now, and during your break you bring that man to our house and mess around with him there.
Huh?
And that man happened to get a duplicate of the house's key from you. So he comes to the house first sometimes, and then once you've parked your company car out in front of the house on the road, you go inside for a little bit to join him. You both go up to our bedroom and get whatever pleasure you want from one another before you have to get back to work. Normally you both go out on dates and things like that when I'm not in town. And when money is low and you don't have enough for dates, you both use the house instead. Right?
No way. How?
2 months ago, or about that, Serenity came home from school early due to her sprained ankle. Do you remember that?
I remember. Your mom went to the school and got her for us because she was the first to get back to the school about it. And then Serenity stayed at your mom's house for a while, right?
Actually, before she went to my mum's house, she went home, thinking that everything would be all right there.
What?
During that time, Serenity walked into the house after realizing the door was unlocked, and she was met by your boyfriend coming out of the bathroom.
Huh?
Your boyfriend had no idea that you had yourself a daughter who was in high school. He screamed at her saying that she can't come into random people's houses like that before he kicked her out.
He never told me anything about that.
So you know about him, hmm? Does this mean we can agree that you've been cheating on me with him then?
Wait a second.
Whether you want to confess to it or not, I already have all the proof I need of you cheating. So you're not going to fool me anymore.
You're kidding me. So because of that one instance, you were able to catch on to everything?
And that's why that house is sold now.
What?
You had a man that Serenity had no clue about in that house alone with her, and he screamed at her before kicking her out. She is scared to death now, going to the house all on her own, and she doesn't even want to live there anymore. You think that either of us want to live in the same house that you were cheating on me in? No way.
Hold on a second, Sam. Does this mean that both you and Serenity have moved already?
That's right. We've moved.
No way. Come on now, Sam. I just started to have a look around the house right now, and both your things and hers are all gone.
We learned that you'd always bring your boyfriend over in the afternoon to have sex with him. So this morning we took care of all our things before you came. In 2 days, the new owners of the house will be there, so you need to leave soon.
In 2 days?
I'll make sure to talk to your parents about everything that's happened for you.
Huh?
I'm sure you'll be able to go back to their house and live there, so don't get too worried.
What? You can't do that to me. You understand that both my parents hate people that are not faithful when married, right? So don't tell me to calm down right now. Are you trying to pick on me now?
Oh, does it sound like I'm picking on you right now? Also, I've already made sure to talk with your boyfriend's parents about all this.
What?
I can't believe that he was hiding the fact that he has a kid from you as well. And on top of that, he's already divorced, but still talks with his ex-wife's parents.
What? No!
Now, just a second ago, his parents sent him a very scary message. I'm sure that he's looking at that message from them right in front of your eyes, right?
Huh? How could you tell them about all of this?
Well, that's how the cookie crumbles, I guess. So now that you're aware of all that, the next step between you and I is talking about divorce and what that entails.
Divorce?
Anyway, if you have anything else to say to me over text, please talk to my lawyer about it first.
You are terrible. I was thinking at least with this divorce I'd still be able to marry my boyfriend. But now that you told him about how I was already married to you while this was going on, he's run off and I can't get an answer from him. Also, I was thinking that I could meet with Serenity today and talk with her, so I waited outside the school. But when she came out to leave the school, she just ignored me and walked off with her friends. I am that child's mother. You are stealing everything I had. You're a jerk. And now you're asking to get a settlement from me as well? You are a frickin' demon. Satan. How about you pick up your dang phone, Sam?
That last group of messages I got from Emily seemed to me like she was very upset. So I waited a couple more days to go and talk with her while my lawyer was with me, and that seemed to help make her shut up. My lawyer told her that she needed to pay me in one payment and would also be paying child support for a few more years. And then he finished by saying that I'd be blocking her number and all her social media accounts so that she could never get a hold of me again. After that, she ended up paying me the settlement and would begin paying child support every month. I was also thinking about getting a settlement from her boyfriend, but felt bad because he never knew that Emily was married. But a little while after the divorce, his sister came to my house and apologized to me for everything he had done, made sure that he'd send me some money as an apology. With that, well, I'd say that I'm happy with the outcome. At about the same time as the divorce, Emily was fired from her job. The reason for that being she used the company car to come all the way back to the house on her breaks to cheat on me. Also, both of her parents ended up cutting ties with her. Emily had literally lost everything, including her parents' love, and left town to go find somewhere no one would find her. Even to this day, I'm not sure where she is, but I do know that she's still alive somewhere and making money, as I'm still getting child support from her every month. As for myself and Serenity, after everything, we moved to the other side of town, into a house close to my parents' home. I'm still working my same old job, and since Serenity is old enough to take care of herself most of the time, I don't have to worry about anyone being there to watch her. Also, with us being so close to my parents now, she feels a lot more comfortable coming home, knowing that if there ever is another stranger in the home, she can run right over to their house and wait for me.
Rachel, are you there? You got a minute? Hey, Kylie. I'm here. What's up? I'll be coming to your high-rise apartment block later on, so make sure the door's open for me when I arrive, okay? That's right. Me and you are officially gonna be living together. Huh? Make sure the door's open for you. Living together? I'm not sure I follow. My belongings for the move should all be arriving tomorrow morning. I'm sure I can count on you to help carry my stuff in and unpack my things, right? Great. Excellent. Thanks, babe. Whoa. Slow down a second, Kylie. What do you mean, the move? I haven't heard anything from my husband or your parents about this. Yep, because this is the first time I'm telling anyone, you big doofus. My mom and dad are both on holiday in Thailand right now, and my brother's away on business in Arizona, so none of them will be back home for a while yet. You know that, right? Why, yes, dearie. It just so happens that I do, which is why you, who got left behind to watch the house while everyone's gone, are the only one left for me to tell. Does it make sense yet, blockhead? Some people are so slow to understand, like seriously. I do wish you would have said something sooner. Why do you think it's fair to spring this on me out of nowhere? Surely you can't actually expect me to make the necessary arrangements to take you in at the drop of a hat like this. I have my own life to live. You're putting me in such an awkward spot here. I'm sorry, Kylie, but I can't do this. And don't be so dramatic, Rachel. Besides, what choice did I have? Listen, the thing is, you know my boyfriend, the guy I was living with? Well, we broke up. Or rather, he dumped me. Can you believe that? Ugh, guys are such assholes. Anyway, that's why I have no choice but to move back in with mom and dad, and since they're on vacation while you stay behind to watch the house, I'm telling you. But, Kylie, this isn't your mom and dad's house. It belongs to me. What? What the heck are you talking about? I've never heard anything so crazy in my life. No, dummy. My parents are very kindly letting you live with them because you're my brother's wife. What possessed you to believe the house is yours? That's hilarious. Stop acting like you're the center of the universe. That house belongs to my parents, which makes it my family home, which means I have the right to come and live in it whenever I feel like it. You got that, Missy? How about you start acting a little more feminine? Jeez, Rachel, have you ever heard of modesty and reserve? Anyone would think you were a dude with how aggressive you can be sometimes. It's a wonder my poor brother doesn't divorce you if this is the crap he has to put up with. Kylie, listen to me. Just because your parents happen to be living in this house doesn't necessarily mean it belongs to them. Damn it, I have had it with you. This discussion is pointless because you're such a dumb blockhead. Let me make it real simple so even a moron like you can understand. The bottom line here is I'm flat out broke and can't afford to rent a room. Do you intend on leaving your own sister-in-law out on the streets to starve in the freezing cold winter? Have a heart. Oh my God, is this what you were really like all along? Am I finally seeing your true colors? You're horrible. Horrible. Should I tell my brother about this? You know, I think I should. He has a right to know what a cold, heartless monster his wife is. Jesus, Kylie, are you for real? Fine, you can stay. But I'm not kidding when I say we genuinely don't have any rooms for you to stay in. What about the room right at the back? That's my room. I see. Okay, I'll take that one. Kylie, this isn't your family home, and you don't get to make the rules here. I just want you to remember that. Who cares? Anything is fine as long as I get to live in a luxury high-rise apartment. I need you to leave as soon as you find somewhere else to stay, and I want you to promise you'll keep looking regularly. Yeah, whatever. Okay, see you this evening. I hope you're ready to welcome me. What's your problem, damn it? Where the hell do you get off on acting like such a sassy bitch queen while staying at my mom and dad's house? Anyone would think you owned the place. Excuse me? I told you to act more feminine, didn't I? What's the point in you being married to my brother if you don't even know how to be a wife? I thought this when I came home last time, too. I could tell there was an atmosphere, but didn't want to say anything because I'm so polite and respectful. But I won't stay quiet any longer. I have seen the way you walk around like you rule the roost with that horrible, arrogant attitude of yours. You make my poor mom and dad so intimidated they barely dare open their mouths. Then there's my coward brother, burying his head in the sand and never saying a word, pretending everything's all sunshine and rainbows while his parents suffer. I feel so bad for them. What are you talking about? Anyway, more importantly, hurry up and vacate my room. Pronto. My belongings have been piled up in the living room for days now. Is this seriously any way to treat a girl in her own house? I am sleeping on the goddamn living room sofa, for crying out loud. Wait, did you do this all on purpose? Are you bullying me? Did you already forget everything I explained to you on the evening you arrived? Forget what? This apartment belongs to me. It's my name on the deed. I pay all the bills. The furniture belongs to me. Literally all of it is mine. I have no intention of intimidating your parents, and believe me, I'm pretty sure I'm not. If they seem different, surely it's just because they're being polite because they're conscious of the fact they're living in someone else's house? What? Ugh. How many times do I have to say it? This is my parents' house, which means it's my dad's name on the deed. Where the hell do you get off on trying to steal my family's belongings? Stop saying weird crap, now! Why is it that you seem completely incapable of understanding the most important part of what I'm trying to tell you? The only one who's incapable of understanding here is you. This is my house. You're nothing but lowly vermin. That's right, you're the lowest down on the pecking order here, and you do well to remember that. As long as you're under this roof, my used underwear has more status than you. Hurry up and get out of my room pronto before I flip a heckin' switch. Do I make myself clear, lady? Kylie, would you mind telling me why my private belongings are strewn all over the living room and hallway floor? Oh, that. I didn't know you'd be home this early. You left me no choice. What did you think was going to happen? You didn't hurry up and get out of my room, even though I gave you countless warnings. So I did what any reasonable person would do in my situation and used you being out all day as an opportunity to take all the stuff out of your room and replace it with my own. Sorry, honey, it's mine now. I just made a post on Insta telling everyone about how I just moved into a luxury high-rise apartment overlooking the river, so obviously I needed a room. Now everyone knows how important and high status I am. As for you, you're now officially living in the living room. I hope you like the sofa, because that's where you've been forcing me to sleep all this time. Time for a taste of your own medicine. Holy crap, Kylie, you've seriously gone and done it this time. You need to quit acting like this. You had no right. Frank and your parents are going to be back the day after tomorrow. What's the problem with me living in my own parents' house? You should know you're not getting off the hook with just a telling off this time. What are you talking about? This house belongs to my parents, you frickin' doofus. Why would they get mad at me for moving into my own room? Anyway, the real parasite here is you worthless lowlife stay-at-home housewife. If you don't like it, then you get out. Excuse me? Quit making me repeat myself, you pea-brained dimwit. This is my house. My parents live here, which means the house obviously belongs to them, and I'm their daughter, which means it's mine too. Therefore, this is my house. Do you understand yet? God, you're dumb. How the hell could the house belong to you when all you are is a stay-at-home housewife parasite who leeches off my brother's fat paycheck? You're basically on welfare. Kylie, I'm not a stay-at-home housewife. Wow, really? Whatever. That doesn't change the fact that this luxury high-rise apartment belongs to me. This is a direct order from the daughter of the apartment's real owner. Get the hell out of this apartment now, you worthless, low-life, good-for-nothing blockhead parasite. Good grief, this is pointless, isn't it? Fine, I'll get out right now. Woohoo! Yippee! Yay! But you better not touch any of my stuff. Yeah, whatever. Finally, I don't have to tolerate you in my space anymore. You should know I won't be taking any responsibility for what happens to you after this. Whatever, you homeless loser. Good morning. Well, if it isn't my favorite homeless loser. Want to know what day it is? It's party day, because we're going to celebrate my homecoming in style. I invited a bunch of my friends over already. It may only be morning, but that just means the drinks are going to be flowing all day long. Woohoo! My friends thought your stuff being in the hallway and living room was weird. So I told them it's there because we had to fire our maidservant for being useless. My mom, dad, and brother won't be back until late tonight, so me and my friends fully intend to party all day long while enjoying the view from my luxury high-rise apartment. Catch you later, loser! Rachel! What? Where are you right now? Let me stay at your house. If by my house you mean the high-rise apartment, I already let you stay there for ages, did I not? But I just got kicked out. My mom and dad just came back. I was expecting them to praise me for kicking you out for being so arrogant and failing to fulfill your wifely duties to my brother. But far from praising me, they flipped out and told me to pack my belongings and get out. I've never seen my dad so angry. It was terrifying. They were so livid that they wouldn't even give me time to get everything together, so I ended up getting kicked out onto the streets with nothing but the bare essentials. Oh, so that's what you're crying about. Yep, Frank just called apologizing for your appalling behavior. He promised to return my room back to how it was before you let yourself in and kicked me out. What? I have, zero idea what's happening here. The bottom line is that I'm homeless. You'll let me stay there tonight, won't you, Rachel? Can I come back, please? That's not gonna happen. Please let me stay. I'm staying in a business hotel tonight. Huh? It's only a single room to begin with, and besides, even if I wanted to let you stay with me, it'd be against the hotel rules to let someone who wasn't a paying customer in. That's why it's not gonna happen. But I thought you were gonna go stay with your parents at their place. Originally, the high-rise apartment was my parents' place. Huh? What? I don't follow. I'm pretty sure I already told you what I'm about to tell you on at least one occasion in the past. But my parents currently live in Singapore as the managers for my company's overseas division. Your company? Singapore? They liked Singapore so much that they decided to stay there. Which is why my dad transferred my name onto the deed for the high-rise apartment you just got kicked out of. Wait, are you being serious? This isn't some kind of joke, is it? As for why your mom and dad have been living with me in my apartment, you know about the company accommodation they'd been living being demolished 3 years ago, forcing them to look for somewhere else, right? They did their best to find somewhere back when they got the eviction notice, but nothing seemed to pan out for them. The day of eviction drew closer, but they still didn't have anywhere. I felt bad for them and figured it wouldn't hurt to have them stay with me for a little while, kind of like temporary refugees while they looked for somewhere else. So I asked them if that was something they'd be interested in, to which they said yes. Now, it was only originally intended to be a temporary thing, but it actually turns out we all really enjoy living with each other, so we decided to carry on with the same arrangement. They've been living with me ever since. But I thought my dad was the one who bought that house. Do you understand you were wrong now? Rachel, what am I supposed to do? Why are you asking me that? I know it was your house, but I sold some stuff. Excuse me? I wanted to make up for some of the money I lost by paying for the moving company to move my stuff. What did you sell? Oh, just things like books, accessories, the printer for the computer, towels, drink holders, and the sofa. Holy crap, what the hell did you go and do? I knew I was right to take my laptop with me when I left. As someone who works from home, I'd be screwed without that thing. Jeez, talk about dodging a bullet. How much did you get for everything? Huh? The money. How much did you get for selling my things? About 900? Wow, you must have sold a lot of my stuff to get that much. You'll be paying me damages for the total sum it cost me to buy all of that stuff, and you'll be paying at the price I bought it. Damages? What? Yes, obviously, I shouldn't even need to say it. But you can't seriously believe you were going to sell a bunch of my personal belongings without my permission and get off the hook without facing consequences, could you? Or are you actually that delusional? But I used that 900 on the party with all my friends after I kicked you out, like on drinks and things and a DJ. Wow, incredible. Tell me something, Kylie. You don't have a job, do you? Listen, what I'm about to do isn't just to ensure you come up with every last cent of the money you owe me, but it's also to help you on your way to becoming a decent, respectable member of society who pays her way without leeching off others. I'm going to introduce you to a job that'll involve living on the premises in accommodation provided by the owner. Huh? If you have no money and nowhere to live, you have no choice but to accept. I'm going to live with them? But where? I'll have your brother send the address of your new workplace soon, so be sure to make your way there as soon as you can. Rachel, can't you at least give me a tiny bit of information before I go? I don't want to talk to you any more than I have to. Rachel? Your outrageous shenanigans this time made me lose the last little bit of hope for you I didn't even know I still had. From here on out, me and you will have absolutely nothing to do with each other. Me and you are as good as strangers now. Rachel, please! Goodbye. With that, Kylie escaped faster than lightning. Where did she go, you ask? The only place she thought she still had a hope of finding shelter, her ex-boyfriend's place. Unfortunately for her, he had zero intention of patching things up with her and called my husband the moment he realized his psycho ex was causing a scene on his doorstep. My husband promptly made his way over in the car, bundled her into the back seat, and took her to his friend's fish factory, where Kylie would be starting her new life as a live-in worker. We found this out later on, but apparently the reason Kylie's ex broke up with her was because he found out she'd been selling his personal belongings online behind his back. She used what money she'd been able to put together with her illicit activities towards her moving fees, and that's when my part in this whole saga began. I promised Kylie I wouldn't go to the cops as long as she paid me back every cent of the total sum of my stuff she sold. The overall amount isn't actually that high, so I like to think she's capable of paying it back. It's also encouraging to know she currently spends every single day working like a dog under the watchful eye of my husband's buddy, the factory owner. Who knows? Maybe there's hope for Kylie to become an upstanding member of society yet.